Hello geometry students, welcome back to another amazing video of your Unit 3 study guide. Today we're going to be looking at this problem number 4. Problem number 4 says, here is a rectangle with some right triangles inside of it. Okay, so first of all, let's acknowledge the rectangle. Okay, I have my rectangle A, B, C, D. And now it says with some right triangles inside of it. So okay, I have one right triangle, two right triangles, three right triangles, four right triangles. Okay, perfect. I see what's going on. It says the length of EF. So where is EF? EF is this line that runs down here. This line is called a, does anyone remember what it's called? It's called an altitude, right? It's called an altitude. So this line EF measures 12 units. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a 12 here. Okay. Then it says the length of ED is 15. So now I'm gonna look for ED. See, where is ED? ED is right here. So this is 15 units right there. It says find the length of FA. Find the length of FA. Okay. So my goal is to find this value here, FA. Okay. So if I'm just looking at this triangle AFE, I can't use the Pythagorean theorem because I don't know the length of the hypotenuse. For the Pythagorean theorem, I know I at least need two sides to be able to find the missing side. Okay, so what I do have is this triangle here, EFD. EFD. For that triangle, I do know two of the sides. So for that one, I can use the Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. In case you're still lost whether or not you have a b or a c or an a, think about it like this. It's leg squared plus leg squared, leg squared plus leg squared is equal to the hypotenuse squared. Remember, the hypotenuse is the longest side of a right triangle. If we are focusing on this triangle EFD, then that means the longest side of this triangle has to be this segment ED, right? Because it's across from the 90-degree angle. You see, the 90-degree angle is here in this corner. Opposite in front of it, or across from it, sorry, would be this line here, which is the hypotenuse. So that means in my formula, I have to plug in, well, one of my legs for sure is 12. So it's going to be 12 squared plus, do I know the length of of FD? No, right? There is nothing here. I don't know that value. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this b squared in there. So plus b squared is equal to 15 squared, which 15 squared, we're going to figure out what that is in a bit, okay? So if I go ahead and I simplify, if I evaluate my exponents first, so I'm going to go ahead and put 12 squared plus b squared is equal to 15 squared. If I go ahead and solve my exponents first, I will get 144 plus b squared is equal to 225. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and subtract 144 from both sides. Subtract 144 from both sides. The 144s get canceled out. I get that b squared is equal to, well, I'm going to do some math, some light. 5 minus 4, that's 1. 2 minus 4, I can't do that, so I'm going to borrow 1. 12 minus 4 is 8. 1 minus 1, because this turned into a 1, this turned into a 12, right? It becomes 81. I take the square root of both sides. I want to get rid of that power of 2. So the power of 2 gets canceled out with the square root, and I get that b is equal to 9. So that means this side right here, FD, is 9. Okay, now I can sort of start trying to figure out things with this other triangle EFA, right? I'm trying to find the length of FA. So now I'm going to separate my work. That way I don't get confused. I'm going to go ahead and use ratios. I'm going to use the ratios between this medium-sized triangle and this smaller triangle, since I know all three sides. So I'm going to go ahead, since they already share a 12, I'm going to just go ahead and use the x and the 9 to create my ratios as well. So let's see. For my triangle AFE, my ratio is going to be, let's say, x over 12 is equal to, well, the AF side corresponds to the EF side if we're looking at the smaller triangle. So the 12 will go on top and the 9 will go on bottom, since 9 will coincide with 12 if we're looking in terms of the smaller legs, right? I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply, or use the butterfly method, as many of you like to call it. You know, let's make it a little butterfly, draw little antennas, right? X times 9 gives me 9x is equal to 12 times 12 is 144. I'm going to isolate my x. I'm going to divide by 9 on both sides. The 9s will get canceled out, and I get that x, or FA, right? Because that's what we're trying to find out. FA is equal to, well, I'm going to go ahead and grab my trusty calculator. 144 divided by 9, that gives me 16. So FA is equal to 16. Okay? Make sure you box your answer. It says explain and show your reasoning. Well, the work is the explanation. The work is your reasoning. So there is nothing for you to write out as far as the sentence goes. You can say the length of FA is 16 units. If you want to write out a sentence, okay? But that is it for this video, okay? I will see you in the last and final video for Unit 3. Bye.